Everybody, and welcome back to another great week of Crack Kills Football. Let's take a look at the 5 things to watch as we head into Week 13, the penultimate week of the regular season, the penultimate week of rivalries, and the stretch run to the playoffs. Quick hit number 1. You know what it is. It's the biggest news of the week. Kareem Hunt. Video killed the Superfly star, as they say. Superfly will lose Kareem Hunt, their bell cow of 2 years, at the worst possible time. Hunt has 9 double-digit games and has 14 total touchdowns this year, 7 on the ground, 7 through the air, and maybe most importantly for any player in Crack Hills, he has not lost a fumble to turn the ball over this year. 0 fumbles. Hunt has not fumbled since the opening day of last season. This is a huge loss for Superfly, but if anybody is poised to outlast the loss of Kareem Hunt, it is the Flies. They have 8 running backs on their roster right now. Although Melvin Gordon also being injured puts a serious crimp into their plans. The Flies were held under 100 for the first time last week, the first time this season. Losing Hunt right now is not ideal. We'll see if they can respond and bring back another title. Of course, the Flies won the championship in 2017. Big news for Superfly, big news for the league. Of course, Spencer Ware was immediately picked up. We'll see if he does anything with no comment. Quick hit number 2, pennant race. We're going down to the wire with 6 teams still alive to win the pennant. Unfinished business can get close to clinching today with a win and help from all business in Shittown. But don't count out the Dimebags or no comment who are on the outside looking in. One of those 2 teams can guarantee 9 wins if they win today, as those 2 teams face off to end the season next week. 9 wins could win the league, but if UB wins today, of course, that's a moot point. We'll see how things go today and see how it affects heading into next week, but the pennant is on the line in the last 2 weeks of the season, and there's not much better than that. Quick hit number 3, must win. We just talked about one of these 2 teams, but to have any shot at the playoffs, the Tinfoil Kings and All Business need to win today. Both face tough tests. All Business takes on the Fat Bottom Girlies, and the Kings take on Phil's Fugitives. All Business is hoping the luck that has pushed them to a 6-6 record while averaging less than 100 points per game keeps up, while the Girlies still have an eye on the pennant and a very strong team. Of course, a lot of trades made by the Girlies this season to bolster their roster. Meanwhile, the Kings have rebounded from a tough start and have won 4 of their last 5 games. The Kings are a 3-time champion, of course repeated just a couple years ago, and they are out as a tough out in the playoffs. We'll be watching these teams to see if they can get wins, but losses for AB and or the Kings would be very detrimental to any postseason hopes they have. Quick hit number 4, bottom line. The Apes finally found a way to pull out of their tailspin last week and get a win. Congrats to them. And this week, they face off against the other team that has been falling for most of the season, the Mean Genes. The Genes started out 3-0 with the league's high score. They have proceeded to lose 9 straight games, one of the worst streaks in league history, and definitely a tough pill to swallow for the Mean Genes, who have been a perennial playoff contender. The Denim, here's the weird thing, the Denim currently have 2 of the top 7 highest scorers in the league, in Alvin Kamara and Patrick Mahomes. The bad news, their next highest scorer is Cooper Kupp, who hasn't played in the last 4 weeks and is 66th. He's also on injured reserve. The next highest scorer after that, 88th place John Brown. It's not hard to see why the Genes are where they are, and I know we've ragged on this a bit in the quick hits over the last few weeks, but not having a 2nd and 3rd round pick probably cost the Genes a chance at the playoffs this year. They didn't make the same mistake in 2018, and they'll head into the 2019 draft with a full complement of picks, hoping to bounce back from what has been a very forgettable season. Quick hit number 5. Don't look now, but no comment may be in the hunt. NC has been a perennial underachiever, and sitting at 7-5 and losers of 3 out of their last 5 late in the season. 2018 looks no different, another underachieving season. But when you go inside the numbers, no comment has scored over 100 points in every game but 2. Both games they didn't, they were the lowest score that week, and has scored over 120 in 4 straight weeks. Whether or not they can turn this strong late run into a playoff spot remains to be seen, and whether they can do anything in the playoffs is probably a bigger question as NC has been one of the worst playoff teams since their inception, and the only legacy franchise to not win a championship. That said, No Comment has quietly positioned themselves for a nice run with depth at all positions but tight end and a very, very good offense. We'll see if NC can do anything this year. Finally, the player to watch. It's James Conner from Shittown. Conner was absolutely unstoppable for the first 12 weeks of the season, but wear and tear has started to show. 2 straight weeks of single digits, just 50 total yards 2 weeks ago, and a lost fumble last week. Conner has showed that he may not be the solution for Le'Veon Bell, that was thought. But Shittown is hoping that he can at least turn it up because they're going to need him today against Superfly. We'll see how today goes with Conner and if he's able to turn around 2 bad performances. That's it for Crack Kills Quick Hits for week number 13. Good luck to everybody this week except the Fiends.